What's up? The Brothaman has returned. What's going on, FB? What's going on, YouTube, Twitter, the internet world? I'll make this quick video here. I just had to touch base with you. So I get asked so many times about how do I get started and fixing my own credit? What's the first steps? You know, a lot of people feel that you got to be some sort of triple OG accountant to fix your own credit, and that's really not the case. Maybe it helps maybe some, maybe it doesn't help others, but that's really not required. But I'm gonna show you at least the first 3 steps in fixing your own credit. And the first of which, you know, they always say you gotta in order to fix a problem, you gotta know where the problem is. You gotta know not just know the symptoms, you gotta actually take an honest look at where the problem is. And it's the same thing for credit. So the first step in getting your credit repair is you got to get your credit report. Now, a lot of times people will say, I got Credit Karma or Credit Sesame. And so I've got my credit report, but those tools are good to use to keep a track of what's going on with your credit. However, for example, Credit Karma, they only give you Equifax and TransUnion. So you gotta use a separate app for Experian, which gives you your FICO scores. You gotta get the Experian app to do that. And depending on, the information, how often it gets updated, maybe once a month, once a week, however, but really there's one source that you can get all 3 credit reports. You get an accurate analysis, an honest list of what's on your report, and that's used by all 3 bureaus, and that's annualcreditreport.com. And I'm about to show you here just a little bit where that's at. And the reason why you want to use it is because nowadays there's so much stuff going on between people phishing, people doing inquiries. You get, like, for example, with me, I'm the 4th, as you see in my name. So it's easy to get stuff mixed up and have some. Actually, matter of fact, I've had something in my dad's name on my report, and I was able to get it removed using the process I'm about to show you. You go through life. I've had items from a divorce 17 years ago on my report still on there. And of course, you may be trying to clean up your payment history. And so you need to see what's on your report in order to know what to challenge. So I'm actually going to show you where to go to get your report. And see what you need to do. And instead of just relying on what's on the app, you need to just download your report, analyze what's on it, and then you just go from there. And then after after that first step, you can search for your negative items. You can search for errors, mistakes. That's step 2. And then number 3, you go through the process of challenging. So I'm just going to mention number 3 because I might do the actual challenging in another video. But that is the 3rd step, is challenging errors, negative items, all that type of stuff. So I'm going to cover that in another video. But the first 2 I want to show you here. So let's go here. I'm going to show you the actual site that you want to use to get your credit reports. All right, so let's go ahead and share this. Let me go back to I'll share screen. All right, let's go to an application window, a Chrome tab. That's what we want. All right, so I'm gonna share this. All right, so what you see here, let me make sure everything is showing up on my stream here properly. Yes, it is. Excellent. All right, so what you're seeing here is the source place you want to go to get your credit reports. Now, this is the only source to get your free credit reports authorized by federal law. All three bureaus use it. You can come here, download all three of your credit reports for free. Normally it's once a year, but right now, because of as you see during these times, COVID-19, blah, 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 you can do this every week. You can download your credit reports. And so in Beaver, all you have to do is come here, hit this button, request your free reports. Now it's going to ask you a bunch of personal questions for each bureau. So you just answer the questions accurately. If you answer the questions correctly, you can download the credit reports to your computer right then and there, and then look at them. Now, if you don't answer them correctly or whatever, if you just forget a detail or something like that, where your address was 5 years ago or whatever, they'll mail it to you. So, but if you answer those personal questions, they'll download that information to you. So, but this is the site, annualcreditreport.com, and annualcreditreport.com/index.actions. You go to that link right there, and you can download your credit reports. And I'm going to give you an example of what a credit report looks like. For example, we're going to use a sample from, I believe it's an Experian one. Yeah, it's an Experian one. So let me pull that up here. Application. Ta-da. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody got their cup of coffee yet? Got their breakfast, their donut? Make sure this is looking good. Yep, that's what I wanted to see. All right, we'll go from here. All right, so here's an example of an Experian credit report. So you'll download this information. So like after you answer the questions for the Experian part of the annualcreditreport.com website, you'll download something similar to this, which has your report number, your personal information, name, address, et cetera, et cetera. It has potentially a section for negative items, your credit items, your active accounts in good standing. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and see if any of our teammates want to get on here. All right, accounts in good standing. It's got inquiries, or this Experian, they call it request for credit history, but that's an inquiry. So you can challenge those to get those removed if you got a bunch of them, especially. They're only a point of each, but every point helps. Personal information. So there's the section where you can review, make sure that your name ain't misspelled or how it's spelled. So you can see how in different accounts, this particular John Q. consumer, his name is spelled. You can check the addresses, and errors do happen on it. I have had an address show up on here that was incorrect. So I think I had on one of my credit reports, I had an address where my ex-wife lived, but I didn't live there. So I had to get that clarified. But that's the type of stuff that you want to check. So, and that's the type of stuff that errors do happen on. Potentially negative items. Let's go here, because this is really probably what most people are paying attention for. So this person, in this example, Jonathan Consumer, he's got looks like a collection, a civil claim on here. And he's got a collection. I believe this is a collection. Oh, Maine Collection Agency. So this is where you go to potentially negative items. This is where you want to, if you're trying to clean up your payment history, you want to come to. Now, what you do is when you come here, you can challenge any, according to the law, you can challenge any negative item or any item on your credit report, but any negative item especially. So if you want to see if you can challenge this and get this knocked off your credit report, you use one of the credit letters from the My Credit system that I've been using. And if you want more information on that, just message me and I'll get you that information, how to get those letters. But anyway, or you write your own challenge letter citing the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1972. But anyway, and you ask to have these items verified. And what you would do is you just copy and paste the name, the account number if there is one. Like I said, it would be just one. And you would just put it on that letter and as an item to be disputed. Same thing for ABCD banks, name, copy the account number. They probably cross out the last 4 digits. Just copy it exactly the way it is. Boom. And put it on that letter as an item to be verified. Same thing for main collection agencies. Boom, boom, boom. Simple. Simple. And you send it off. And once you send it off, the bureaus have Experian, for this example, will have 30 days from the time they receive your letter to verify these accounts. If they're not verified, by 30 days, it comes off. And so simple as that. And then if it does get verified, you can ask them how it was verified. And there's other additional steps beyond that. Let me look at my notes. Let's see here. I'll show you credit reports, staple them together. All right, so that was the main thing I wanted to show you guys this morning. What's up, Bonnie? How you doing? Good morning. How you doing this morning, Bonnie? She's up here talking about poor habits. So you definitely want to work on your habits. And credit is a habit that you can be poor or good. So you definitely want to work on this. All right, was there anything else I wanted to show you? I think that was it. That was the main thing I wanted to show you. The next video I want you guys to think about is, what was your first business trip like? What was your first business trip like? I'll try to do a live video on that subject this week. But think about, what was your first, where'd you go? How'd you prep for it? Was it a success? Could it gone better? Was a wild adventure? Think about what's your first business trip like. We'll discuss that later this week. But I'm gonna end this broadcast. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a good morning, and peace.